Pain may not be the problem. Most clients come to me desperate to get rid of pain. I've seen it 1,000 times, but I basically tell them that pain typically isn't the problem. And there doesn't have to be damage in order for you to feel pain. Pain is a way that your brain is trying to protect you. When you learn to interpret what the brain is trying to say, everything changes. Find where the miscommunication is taking place. We've said this in other videos that it could be some sort of fascial miscommunication to the brain, or it could be the brain miscommunicating with itself. Just find where it is, and then everything will start to change. The brain doesn't scream for no reason. It can detect threat or interpret the signals that it's receiving as threat. It could be anything. It could be instability, loss of sensory input, poor feedback from fascia. These are all examples of miscommunication patterns. And since the brain can't predict what would happen, as we've mentioned before, then it can interpret these incomplete signals as pain. Pain is like a smoke alarm. It doesn't mean the house is on fire. It means that the brain may think it's gonna be. When messages are incomplete, scattered, misinterpreted, then an emergency alarm goes off and the brain could actually send a signal of pain. This is why, like for example here, with all these missed signals or incomplete signals going to brain as all these muscles aren't firing the way they're supposed to, etc., then the brain can interpret this and give you pain just because you're off posture, right? It's insecure, and so it could sound an alarm. So what do I do instead? I basically find what signal the brain lost, right? It could be a loss of balance. It could be a loss of joint mobility. It could be that it lost how the tissues are gliding. And since the fascia surrounding all these tissues are loaded with receptors, if these receptors aren't talking properly to the brain is going to interpret this and say, oh my God, what's going on? And it could send a signal of pain. Then after I find what the source is, I reintroduce this input safely, okay? Now, the moment the brain feels in control again, or it feels safe, all on its own, it turns off the pain signal. So follow along as I continue to share how I help people quickly move from pain to performance using my NeuroPower Continuum system. See you in the next video.